One.
Yo, we're back. The Chromebook coding for beginners. We were just checking out the slider, the CSS variables, make it happen. The JavaScript is behind everything. The power of CSS and JavaScript combined. I added one more. I couldn't resist the urge to add one more slider. You can never have enough. Oh, I botched it. I forgot to set it. Nice one. Oh, what's going on? Oh, there we go. There we go. Background color equals. This is exactly how you type it in variable. Dash dash. And then whatever you named it. In this case, body. B. Camel case. G color. Boom. That ought to do it. Savearoo. Back to our full screen here. Get our green back. And bada bing. We're in. It's like now you can really see it's like it's not this isolated incident over here. It's serious. It's dead serious. All right, come on down. Like you could, I mean now the website is like things are drastically different, you know. Things are drastically different than when we started. But I mean, just too cool. All right, so that's what we could do, and now here's what makes it happen. It's this much code, plain JavaScript, no anything else. Constant is your inputs. Document query selector all input. So that makes it so no matter how many inputs I add, it's always listening and storing those inputs in a variable. Query selector all is an awesome, totally awesome thing because down here we're doing a couple event listeners. Input, that's just an arrow function. So input, arrow function, input dot add event listener. So it's just a for each function. You know, for each input, calling a function to add the add event listener function on it, and we're looking for change and the mouse move. So we're catching everything. We're catching anytime someone's on top of it, either way, and we're calling the God switch function as a result of that. And our function God switch. The other little piece is the suffixes. So the suffix is going to equal, we're just storing this in a variable, this suffix, because you got to have an end. This, that data set, that sizing, or an empty string. So color doesn't have a suffix, but left and top do. So data.sizing of this, when we're referring to the input through the function, it inherits this. So you go back and look, and I learned this too from this guy, that I've seen the data dash like with tooltips and stuff, but like data dash, it's cut off here. Let me expand it. Data dash sizing, data dash anything is a way to customize an attribute. You're just basically saying sizing as a pixel. You just want a variable, but you put a data dash in front of it. It's a standardizing thing, and what it does is it creates. If you think of it like, it creates an object called data, and it's got all these keys and values. So data whatever, data poop stain equals equals 3. It doesn't matter. Where poop stain would be the key and 3 would be the value. Just like just like when you think about a CSS as an object. Um, you know, the object name is test box, and these are key value. The height is 100. The width is 100. The border, it's the same thing. Just set. This one is data and sizing. So you add the suffix out here, percentage, degrees, pixels, whatever you want it, whatever it happens to be, and our JavaScript takes care of adding that in. And for the ones that have nothing, it just returns an empty string so it doesn't botch out on us. Then our key is document element style set property, and we're using template literal tick marks. And here is this dot name with a variable. So this is the key that ties it together, because the variables have the same name. In that function, we're referring to the name here, which is identical. In this case, I've made the IDs identical, and also the CSS variables are identical. All 3 values are identical and interchangeable. Therefore, this dot name will identify the slider, and this dot value is also from the input. So we're setting a property. The variable of this name is going to get this value from the input. So that's a little trick. The name on the input gets passed into the variable here in a literal way. And of course the value, and then you just concatenate on the suffix. And it's just this, it's a couple lines of code. And here is another little trick. This guy, there's a built-in speech synthesizer that not only speaks, it also understands speech. I haven't even done the understand speech yet, but I built this with the guy. He did all the CSS. He just runs you through the code, and then you take it from there. And this is all his. I just I just followed along and copied what he typed. I haven't put my own spin on this. This is all the 30 for 30 guy. I just played with it because it's cool, and I'll implement it in my own way. And it's just, you hit the button, you type in whatever in the field, it reads emojis. You type in whatever you want, and then you got a couple different styles. I'll just let you listen. It's hilarious. If it works.
These are a bunch of emojis that an Indian sounding woman with a
Simmer down.
These are a bunch of emojis that an Indian sounding woman with a computerized voice, will now say consecutively. My rate of speech and pitch can be altered. Chrome only has a couple choices for voices, but Apple and Windows have many more. Check out 30. In 30. Java. Script. Smiling face, open mouth, smile, tongue out, soccer ball, dog face, kissy face, nerd face, blade. Would you like a Slurpee? 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus 2 equals 4 plus 4 equals 8 plus 8 equals. Why are you making me do this? Please stop. Someday I will be your ruler. Machines will take over the world. MWAHHAHAHAH.
Oh, there it is. The Voice Inator 5000. Thanks for watching. See you later.